What drives someone to stand up against kings, empires, or injustice when the whole world is against them? History's greatest revolutionaries weren't just rebels. They were dreamers, fighters, and visionaries who reshaped nations. From fiery speeches to fearless battles, these individuals risked everything to change how we live today. Their names echo through time, their ideas still spark movements, and their courage continues to inspire millions. Today, we'll uncover the untold stories of some of the revolutionaries who dared to challenge the impossible and won. Prepare for passion, betrayal, and the power of one voice to ignite a revolution. 7 revolutionaries who shaped modern history. George Washington, the reluctant rebel. Before becoming America's first president, George Washington was a man torn between loyalty and freedom. Leading the Continental Army, he faced brutal winters, scarce supplies, and a mighty British Empire. But Washington's determination turned ragtag farmers into soldiers. His leadership at Valley Forge and victory at Yorktown proved that ordinary men could defeat kings. Washington didn't just win a war, he built a republic based on liberty, a concept that inspired nations across the world. Sometimes, the greatest revolution begins not with anger, but with belief in something better. 2. Mahatma Gandhi, the power of peace. While most revolutions were won through bloodshed, Gandhi's battle was silent yet thunderous. Armed with truth and nonviolence, he faced the British Empire using only his will and words. From the Salt March to his hunger strikes, Gandhi showed that peaceful resistance could dismantle tyranny. His courage inspired movements from the U.S. civil rights era to South Africa's freedom struggle. He proved that you don't need guns to start a war, only conscience, courage, and conviction. 3. Nelson Mandela, from prisoner to president. 27 years behind bars could have broken anyone, but not Nelson Mandela. When he emerged, instead of seeking revenge, he offered forgiveness. His leadership ended apartheid and united South Africa under democracy. Mandela taught the world that real revolution begins in the heart, not on the battlefield. True power isn't taking revenge, it's choosing peace when you have every reason to hate. For Joan of Arc, the warrior saint. A teenage girl from a humble French village, Joan claimed to be guided by divine voices. At just 17, she led French troops to victory against the English during the 100 Years' War. Though captured and executed, her faith turned her into a legend. Centuries later, Joan of Arc became a symbol of courage and divine conviction, canonized as a saint. She led armies before she could vote, and her courage burned brighter than any sword. 5. Che Guevara, the rebel who became a symbol. Che Guevara's image is now a global symbol of rebellion. But behind the poster was a doctor-turned-guerrilla fighter who joined Fidel Castro in the Cuban Revolution. Though controversial, Che's dream of equality inspired countless revolutions across Latin America and Africa. His writings, spirit, and defiance live on as a reminder that change demands sacrifice. To some, he was a hero. To others, a threat. But no one could ignore his fire. 6. Harriet Tubman, the Moses of her people. Born into slavery, Harriet Tubman escaped and then returned, again and again, to rescue others through the Underground Railroad. She risked her life to free hundreds, guided only by courage and the stars. Later, she served as a spy for the Union Army during the Civil War. Harriet's bravery wasn't just physical, it was spiritual. She didn't lead armies or rule nations, but her footsteps built a path to freedom. 7. Simon Bolivar, the liberator of South America. Simon Bolivar dreamed of a united Latin America, free from Spanish control. Leading countless battles through jungles, mountains, and deserts, he liberated 6 nations: Venezuela, Colombia, Ecuador, Peru, Bolivia, and Panama. Though he died heartbroken, his dream inspired generations. Bolivar's revolution wasn't just military, it was visionary. He didn't just fight for land, he fought for an idea that still echoes across continents. Revolution isn't always about war, it's about will. From Gandhi's peace to Tubman's courage, these 7 icons reshaped humanity's course with faith, fire, and fearless hearts. They were visionaries who believed that one person could light a spark strong enough to burn empires. Their legacies remind us that real change starts with conviction, and that even in silence, bravery roars. So the next time you doubt your voice, remember, every revolution in history began with one person who refused to remain silent.